we are once again. I'm about to start this job. I'm going to go on and show you exactly what I use. This is an 8mm socket to release this right here to get those bolts and drop this cover so I can get to the pan. The dog bone, I'm pretty sure it's the 19. This one right here that I use to loosen up the, I'll correct that if that's not right. This is where I'm gonna put the dirty fluid in, and I'm gonna put what's left of this bottle. So I'm gonna extract just enough to get, and I'm gonna take the instant shutter fix and add it to this bottle so that it'll be easy to pull into the extractor here and to put in there. And I am going to do what I can. I'm gonna use this to prop the phone or the camera so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And last but not least, I have these safety goggles that I will be wearing to keep debris and stuff from falling into my eyes when I'm working. It's always great to have a pair of gloves and a cloth to wipe stuff with. And this is of course a pan to catch any fluid that may spill out. So yeah, I'm gonna get started here. We'll show you what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can keep this camera steady. I'm gonna go on and loosen this the rest of the way. You're gonna see the dipstick comes out. Here's the plug and then the dipstick. So you can kind of see what your fluid level is like. As you can see, the fluid is very, it's very dirty. Doesn't look good. So now I'm gonna see if I can position this camera so you guys can see that I'm gonna run that extractor up in there. It's very difficult to feed it, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it done, but I'm gonna try. One other thing to mention is this right here, the converter. You don't want, it's already super hot just from me moving it just a few feet, probably a good 30 feet, you know, and pulling it up on the ramps just that fast. This thing is hot and it will burn the hell out of you. You don't want to do this when it's hot. You want to do it cold. So I'm going to go on and get started here. I'm going to see if I can get this propped. If I can't, then I'll come back and tell you what I did. But here is where you're going to feed in that line. Okay. So let's see what happens. I know we're upside down, but it is what it is. All right. We are in full extraction mode. Once I fed that up in there, if you can see that, I just pulled back on this and took it out. This is the best I can do, people. I couldn't position the camera. There's nowhere to, this is what I'm working with, you know? So it is what it is. Just trust me. You just feed that thing up in there like that, as you can see, and then pull it out as much as you can. I'm gonna pull a little bit more. I'm gonna get as much, oh, see what I mean? Okay, so as you can see, I'm out from underneath the car now. This is what I've pulled out of it. I'm gonna do one more pull, and then I'm gonna put as much of this Mercon LV as I can into the, so I'll put as much of this in there as I can. I have another bottle of this, and I would very much like to get it in, but we'll see how much I can pull out first. This is what you want. You want a really good pull. You want to get as much out as you can, because this is all that I put into this 16.9 ounce bottle from that pull. There's still some in the straw, of course, in the line, but there's a lot more in the bottle. As you can see, this stuff looks like chocolate syrup. I'm gonna do one more pull so I can get 16 ounces out of here, and then from there I will start adding this stuff. And I just want to mention, they changed the box to this stuff. It's gone up in price a little bit. It was $12.50. Got it from Advanced Auto Parts this time. The packaging is easy to open up and get it out. Okay, so here's what I did. I cut the instant shutter fix open, as you can see, and I drained it into here. By doing this, I now have, here's what I have left in this bottle. So as you can see, it's just a little over, it was right around the 400 mark. Now it's a little above the 16. I'm gonna inject all of this into the transmission, and see what happens from there. And as you can see, we are at 181,613.5 on the odometer. The Shudder had returned. It was intermittent, and I added, you saw everything I just did. So let's just see how far it takes us from here. But I do have a few things that I want to talk about. It's been 2 years, over 2 years now. Shudder is gone once again. It's shifting like new. You saw what I did because I showed you guys in the video. But if this doesn't hold, I'm done. You know, I'll keep it around and I'll do other stuff with it. I would really love to see it go 100,000 miles after the initial application of instant shutter fix. So I'm gonna stick with that. But I have so many other things to focus on. If it holds this time, great. If it doesn't hold, I'll just put another transmission in it. I'm just over it. This is nothing but the truth, people. This is nothing but the truth. I am not an employee or a worker for Lube Guard. You know, I'm not sponsored by Instant Shutter Fix. So I won't really know how well this application as of today is working until the temperature drops again and I drive it in the cold weather. But right now it's shifting just fine. It was shifting fine yesterday after driving it for like about 5 hours straight. After 5 hours of straight driving, it started shifting fine on its own because the transmission warmed up to the point to where it was able to work through it. This is definitely a fluid issue once again, because I checked the fluid, I put it in my hands and checked it. There's no metal shavings in the fluid. It's just really dirty. In a way, I am flushing it. I'm pulling old fluid out. So far, I've pulled a quart of dirty fluid out of this transmission, and I have put back a quart of fresh fluid, but not a quart in one standing. So, but right now I'm done. I'm done. Thanks for watching. I'll have another video out to you soon.